Used to be dead down. House like jet now. We don't play radio. Phone master flicks now.
Yeah, it's a fly check. Rolling strong, smoking strong. Check the biceps. Always sticking to the plan. I never digress. Woke up bored, I bought a fitting. Got a nice neck. Yeah, I don't ever flex, but I'm about to. Yeah, walking through the dark, but I'm about to. Now I found my shit and I got my eyes on the road. Better hope you got shades on when I come through, 'cause I glow. White claw in her left hand, jewel in her right. Take she wanna hit a party, bitch, we do this every night. Yeah, she down for whatever, 'cause you only get one life. I said you right, I said you right. Vibe check, vibe check, vibe check. Greatness in my blood, that's why they coming for my bed. I like getting hit, but I love getting rest. I just tell it how it is, I gotta get it on my chest. Vibe check, vibe check, vibe check. Vibe check, vibe check, vibe check. Vibe check, vibe check, vibe check. Hey, vibe check, part two, you want it? She freaky, freaky, let me hit it in the morning. Drop top, baby, in the summertime. Let me take you in, yeah, welcome to the south. Yeah, it's all about stepping. Hey, if you don't last for it, I'm out the way. No sports, but you gon' make it place. No sleep, gotta get it.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy CrayG, and welcome back to another Need for Speed Heat video. As you guys saw in the beginning of the video, man, I came up with a new little challenge for drifting, man. Anybody who got some real drift skills, man. I came up with something called the Crate Challenge, man. CRAYTE. The Crate Challenge, you know what I'm saying? So essentially all it is, you want to go down to Port Murphy. Let's see if we can take all this stuff off the map, right? So you want to come down to Port Murphy, and I'm going to go show you because you can't really see it on the map. Once you get to Port Murphy, you want to come over here to all the cargo containers, and you want to find a specific container. It should be back here on the backside of this drift trial. Yep, so it's right over here. So as you can see, there are these little 4 containers that are holding up a bunch more containers, right? So essentially, the challenge is you come and you drift around all 4 containers, right? So we drift around like this. So you can do however many laps you want, maybe 2 laps around all 4 of these containers, right? And so I'm gonna show you. And then once you get back to this side, you wanna cut in and go around each individual container. So we drift around this yellow one, and then we come back on the outside, and we drift around this red one. Like I said, drifting around each individual container, and then we come around the outside again. Oh, I'm gonna crash and hit this green one right here. And then we come around again and hit this red one. And then we go all the way back around, you know, the whole thing. So that's essentially what the challenge is, man. So I mean, that's pretty much it. I want you guys to go ahead and email me clips of you guys doing that, or however you guys can record and show me you guys doing the Crate Challenge fluently all the way through. It'll be featured in my next drift build video. You know, just a little bit, just a little thing to do, you know what I'm saying? So the Crate Challenge, man, that's pretty much it. It's simple. It takes a little bit of practice to get used to it, but once you get it, you got it. But that's pretty much it for that. Let's get into the drift build. All right, guys, so we have the MAZDA Miata right here. As you can see, my stats, it is a 386 rating, but that doesn't really matter. You know, it's a drift car. 5.4 on the power, 9.8 high speed, 7.3 acceleration, and 10 nitrous. I have a 3-liter flat 6 in here with 779 horsepower. 0 to 60 is 3 seconds flat. Max torque is 667 pound-foot. Top speed is 232. And like I said, none of that really matters that much because this is a drift build. Now, I am using a dual turbo. I mean, if you're drifting, I feel like you should be using a dual turbo. You know what I mean? No matter what. So now going over to my drift setup that I've been using for a couple of days now, and I've actually been mastering it. And once again, I am using manual. So manual is really king. Honestly, it just took me a while to get used to it because the manual is the bumpers, but I had to remap the buttons. So I'm using a Pro on-road suspension here, sport brakes, elite drift tires. So remember back when I said that some cars will take super drift tires and then some cars you'll need elite drift tires. This is one of those cars in those cases where I actually needed elite drift tires. But I am using an elite clutch, a 6-speed gearbox because it just feels the best and works the best for me. I like the gears and the way they feel, and second and third gear are like my sweet spots, you know what I mean, for being able to downshift and upshift and hit longer corners and downshift and hit the smaller corner, you know, without spinning out. So, you know, that's pretty much what I like. I use the 6-speed, and then I have Pro Drift Differential, man. I just want to get deeper into like the whole drift setup thing. I guess it's preference. If you think speed cross parts make you drift better, you know, that's on you. You can use it. If you think showcase with drag tires make you drift better, that's on you. You can use it. I guess it just comes down to preference in this game. But me, I found a setup that I actually like and that I'm comfortable with that involves using actual drift parts. So I use it, and I'm learning how to master that. You know, if you spent the time practicing with speed cross or practicing with showcase and drag tires and you've learned how to master that, then hey, by all means use that. That's just not what I prefer for myself. Now, as far as what you want to do, that's your preference. You know, I'm not shitting on anybody's setup or anything, you know, because I tried speed cross parts way in the beginning when I saw Hoshikoshi's video. I tried speed cross parts. That setup didn't really work out for me. So then I went into my own little thing and I tried to mess with stuff, and I ended up with showcase suspension, showcase diff, and drag tires. And that was working for me for a long time. It was actually working for me, but it felt a little too easy, and at some points I felt like I would grip up way too much, and then when I try to use nitrous I would pop wheelies because of the drag tires, and it just wasn't that, you know what I mean, it wasn't that satisfying. But with the drift setup that I've recently come up with, it feels a lot more satisfying when you hit these corners and when you're able to link turns and stuff like that. And I feel like it's a more smoother way to do it because you're actually involving drift parts. So I mean, that's just my opinion. Like I said, it's your preference what you want to run, but at the end of the day, this is what I run and this is what I'm comfortable with, so that's what I'm gonna do. And for my auxiliary, I have a nitrous refill and nitrous drift. I don't really use nitrous too much, so I don't know why I have these. It's just there, you know, because this is a drift build. So going into the customization, man, I have these Cosmos rims right here. These are the Cosmos XT206Rs, man. These are dope, and I've been making a lot of my rims have like a gold color to them. I think it looks good on the red too with the black roof and the carbon hood. I put the flip up lights here, but the ones that are like kind of up halfway and they stay up, you know, I like the way that looks. I put the carbon Speed Hunters hood here with the stretch Kumho tires. Hey, somebody corrected me because I said I used to call them Kumhos, man. Kumho. Cause I mean, that's how it looks, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know everything, man, but I guess it's pronounced Kumho tires. So I got the stretch Kumhos on the front and the rear, and I put a carbon splitter here with a Speed Hunters front bumper. I have the auto connection. Somebody actually corrected me on this too, because I didn't know how to pronounce this the first time I did a Miata build. Auto connection front fenders here, and then I have auto connection side skirts as well as the auto connection rear fenders. I just went with the whole auto connection kit. Speed Hunters tail lights, they're smoked a little bit, not all the way dark, but smoked a little bit. And I have the regular Mazda rear bumper with the Mazda Speed diffuser. Boy, what the fuck is a Mazda Speed? Man, I be too high. No spoiler on here, and I did put the Speed Hunters roof with the little spoiler on the roof, the little carbon thing. I think that's dope, man. I took the first time I made a Miata build, I definitely took the soft top off. I was going with the hard top all the way. This time around I decided to go with this version of the hard top, which is dope. And I mean, honestly, this car looks good either way you do it. I kind of might take the trunk lid off just to get that flush look. I just feel like that looks nice, you know what I mean? But the trunk lids give that like that extra oomph to it, you know what I'm saying? Of course, we got to put the CrayG on the license plate, and I have a Speed Hunters custom exhaust here as well. If we go over to the exhaust sound, yes, and last time I did forget to turn my game audio on. I was tripping in the last video with the 240Z. I did forget to turn the game audio on, so, you know, my dumb ass. Let's hear this 3-liter flat 6. You know, same old. Little bit of aggressive sound with the 2 notches up from the stock tone, of course. More of a raw overrun and 0 pipe resonance, like always, man, like always. So that is pretty much the build, man. I'm gonna take you guys into some more drift gameplay. This car is actually pretty nice with the setup that I chose. You know what I mean? It's pretty good. Your setup is your preference, the way you want to do it, but you know, different setups work for different people, so this is what works for me, you know what I mean? So I hope you guys enjoy the video, and hey, send your submissions in for that crate challenge, man. You already know. And also keep sending your submissions in for coldest rap of the week, so on Sunday when that uploads comes, you can be featured and the next person can win, man. You know what I mean? I appreciate you guys for watching the video. Enjoy the gameplay. I'll catch you in the next one. Deuces. Come on, Miata.
This song for the tail for the nasty motherfuckers. Who put ice in their milk? They drink cereal, when they eat cereal. Which one of you motherfuckers put ice in y'all milk? That is the nastiest water.
Because I put ice in the milk to keep the milk cold.
Right.
Hell no.
Nastiest water down shit ever. I know a lot of motherfuckers who put ice in their milk. Doritos on the sandwich ain't bad because it's like cheese, so it ain't got a crunch to it. Who said who drink milk? A lot of motherfuckers drink milk. What the hell? A lot of motherfuckers drink milk. I'm one of them. Doritos are nasty. Boy, you eat it. Put milk in what? Boy, what you talking about? Ain't nobody drinking a motherfucking soy milk.